Hi everyone, so welcome back to week 3, and the first thing we're going to discuss is anything from the weekly readings along with a reaction to the first link. I do want to talk about the comparison between online and traditional performance appraisals. It was very nice to see a supporting argument to technology being very beneficial in the workplace, but of course to some extent because of the conversation that we had a couple weeks ago, the first week that we started. And I really liked that the online one, as in terms of how I interpreted it, actually ends up being a little bit better because of the higher rate in accountability and employee participation than the traditional one. So reacting to the first link, it was very half and half in terms of what I expected. I was very surprised to see that people who care so much about how others view their work would actually be negatively impacted by receiving negative feedback. I would have personally assumed those are the type of people who, if they care so much about how their work is being presented to others, they would actually take that negative feedback and improve on the parts that they need to work on. However, what was not surprising at the same time is the fact that people who are so fixed on the idea that whatever they're doing it correctly, I would see that they would be insulted by someone who actually gives them the negative feedback telling them that whatever they're doing it wrong. So very 50-50, like I said. And the second question is, how is performance appraised at your current or recent job? So in my previous job, it was mainly whenever you did something wrong, you'll be told you did it wrong and then told how to fix it. This is going to be tied to the third question / task, which is to critique the method of performance appraisal at your job. Like I said, the only really performance appraisal we ever got was when we did something wrong, and I feel like the critique is that they only give you an appraisal when something happened, not really at a random moment, or positive or negative. So it was just solely when something happened, and it was solely negative. I feel like they didn't really pay attention to the good things because I believe that's what they expected out of you. So they critiqued the bad ones because that's what they didn't expect. So if they actually ended up being like appraising the more positive things and at other times instead of when something happened, I think working there would have been a little bit better and I would have felt more respected as an employee. So that concludes basically everything that we had to discuss this week. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, obviously we're going to be discussing it. So I hope to read your comments very soon. Bye.